What's up, you guys? Welcome. What's up? Welcome to the live. Today is going to be a very special live. This is going to be a very unique stream compared to the ones we've done last time. We're going to be redesigning some classic cartoon characters, starting with Betty Boop. So I guess we'll just go ahead and get started right now. We're going to start off with the titular Betty Boop. Originally, I was going to watch a few Betty Boop shorts to get an idea of what she's like personality-wise, but I got really lazy. One thing I don't like about Betty's design is this head of hers, you know? I get it's supposed to be cute, like she has the chubby cheeks and the big eyes, the round head, but then there's the tiny little body. It just looks so disproportionate. And to me personally, if the character's head's if it goes beyond their shoulders width, it becomes automatically uncute to me, you know? Like it becomes artificial-esque. I have this problem with the Pokemon designs. I think the Generation 1 Pokemon characters look cute because they actually look proportionate. Like they look more like actual animals, you know? Like they got teddy bear proportions. But then I see this current gen and I'm like, yeah, nah. So we're gonna fix that a little bit. See how automatically better this looks just by making the head smaller? And yeah, we gotta give her a neck. She needs a neck. I swear to God, she needs a neck. Also, random nitpick, but I'm putting her mouth here because I don't like how the mouth is where her chin should be. You know what I mean? Danny the dog says, would Oddball try to flirt with Betty? No, he would not. He would definitely think she's hot. I will say that. He would go around saying stuff like, oh yeah, she's totally into me. She's totally into me. And when Betty actually goes up to him, he'll freeze and make a bunch of weird noises like ah, something like that. And then once Betty leaves, he'll start talking again to Webster, and he'll be all like, "Oh yeah, did you see that? She was all over me." And then Webster will be all like, "Okay." You know what I mean? You know, what if I gave her a chin? Do you guys think she looks good with a chin? This will be a rough inking. I don't feel like making it too perfect. Pirate Cinderus 5000 says, if you were in a Looney Tunes, what Acme product would you buy? Oof, that is a good question. I'm not sure if I would buy an Acme product. Seeing how Wile E. Coyote kind of gets beaten up by those products, I don't think they'd be very reliable. But I also think maybe it's depending on how much control of the Toon Force you have, you know? Is every product in Looney Tunes owned by Acme? Are the guns that Yosemite Sam has, are those Acme products? Because Acme is a company that makes everything. That's the abbreviation for it. Are Yosemite Sam's guns Acme products? Because they don't really backfire on him unless it's Bugs Bunny tampering with them. That's the real question. I don't want to commit to Acme if it's just them being crappy with their products. I want to say it's just Wile E. Coyote who gets beaten up by those things. But also, I feel we'll get a better look once the Coyote versus Acme movie comes out, because that movie's entire plot is Wile E. Coyote sues Acme for having all of their products never work when he uses them. Which is hilarious as a concept, but I don't know, maybe it really is just Wile E. No, he's canonically a genius. Wile E. Coyote is canonically a genius. So maybe Acme's just crappy. Maybe they just have bad product. Actually, wait, I kind of want to do that one style of, sketching. Yeah, see, that gives it depth, I think. Danny the dog says, oh, I wonder if Bonbon and Oddball would do if they saw their ships. What? Does Inkwell Insanity have ships? I know Sokka Weirdo drew, their own ship. I saw it. It's very cute. I love your squirrel character, by the way. I think she's a squirrel. But I've never seen any Inkwell Insanity ships. Not yet. I never thought my comics fan base was big enough to where I would have ships yet. I would love to make comics of my characters reacting to y'all's fan content at some point. Maybe on Tumblr I'll start posting that type of content. It'll probably be on Tumblr first. Oh, hell yeah. See that, guys? I literally cooked. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Isn't she cute? Maybe her arms are too long. Maybe I made her arms too long. Maybe I did. Hang on. Maybe I could fix that up. Pretty sure that's in her theme song too. She goes it goes something like, ain't she cute? Some other thing. Then she goes boop boop ba doop. You know what I mean? That's in her theme song. Yeah, see? The arms were just way too long. That automatically makes it look a million times better. I'll shrink it down. I'm gonna leave it right here. And I'm gonna draw a bunch of random expressions. Okay, what should she be doing here? I think maybe we could make her giggling. I think that might be cute. Yeah, she could be giggling. Let's make her giggling. Harith says you should remove all the gloves from your characters, including your own. My character isn't wearing gloves. That's a very common misconception. My character is not wearing gloves. I just have white hands and a white shirt. Personal hot take, I don't think every rubber hose character should need gloves. They don't. My rule is they should only wear gloves if they're an animal or humanoid character, you know? A normal human is not going to need to wear gloves, dude. Like, don't just make a rubber hose OC and say, oh, I'm just going to put gloves on it, give it Pac-Man shaped eyes, and make it black and white. No. If your character needs gloves, give them gloves. But if they don't need gloves, don't give them gloves. I swear to God. It's okay. Don't feel bad, Harith. That's just a personal take. Harith says, do you know why they wear gloves? Racism. That's it, racism. But also from like a technical standpoint, you could say it's because like, oh, when they have black bodies, they hold them up to their bodies, you can't see their hands. I guess, but it's mainly racism. Mr. Inkwell, what is your favorite thing to draw? First of all, Njiro or something like that. My name is Ben. I am the creator of Inkwell Insanity. My name is not Inkwell, my name is Ben. But my favorite thing to draw, Sonic. I mainly draw Sonic. Besides my OCs, I guess. I usually always resort to drawing Sonic. Eric says, do you work for Joey Drew Studios? Hell no! With the way they treat their staff and what they do to their staff, canonically in-universe, I would never work for Joey Drew. They're gonna put my body in a cartoon character, which sounds cool until you realize they don't all come out looking good, you know? Also, they lose their ability to speak, so nah, I'm good. Guys, real question, how would y'all reboot Betty Boop? Like, how would y'all bring this character back, like, realistically? Because she is public domain, you could use her, theoretically. But I want to see, like, what would y'all do? Because obviously, I don't know if she would work as a children's character. You could, theoretically, make her a kid's character. Like, you just have to, like, get rid of all the flapper aspects of her, because, like, flappers were pretty sexualized. How close to the original source material would y'all, like, keep it? Danny the Dog. Maybe a comic? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Why not? You know what? Let's give her an angry expression. I want to do an angry Betty. Yeah, let's draw an angry Betty. Have y'all ever seen Angry Betty? I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I hear the name Betty, I think of that one song. It was on Rayman Legends, I think. It was like, Black Betty, bam a lamb, whoa, Black Betty, bam a lamb, Black Betty had a child, bam a lamb, damn thing go wow. You know what I'm talking about? Or is that just me? Do y'all not get the song Black Betty? I really like that song. I got into it because of Rayman Legends, but it's generally a good song. The song is so peak. It is peak! Black Betty, bam a lamb, whoa, Black Betty, bam a lamb, the Betty down, bam a lamb, the damn thing go mad, bam a lamb, bam one bam a lamb, they go bam bam a lamb. Whoa, Black Betty, bam a lamb, whoa, Black. Can I get copyright strike for singing that on here? Because I think that's like that on Twitch. Because I think it's only if I use the real song I'll get copyright. I don't know. It's still a good song. It's a great song. Whoa, Black Betty, bam a lamb. Whoa, Black Betty, bam a lamb. Black Betty got a man, bam a lamb. The gun bam bam bam, bam a lamb. Say one bam ham, bam a lamb. When I light a bam, bam a lamb. Whoa, Black Betty, bam a lamb. Bam bam, bam bam. Ben, I'm going to ask you this. Did you watch TADC episode 8? I did. Oh my god. I don't know where the show is going from here. The ending. I'm not going to say anything to those who haven't seen Digital Circus episode 8. But oh my god, was the ending, like, my heart physically dropped. You guys, if y'all haven't seen Digital Circus, like the series at all, check it out. I swear to God, it is worth it. Like, who hasn't seen Digital Circus at this point? It's such a good show. Gooseworks is such a talented creator. She's so great. I'd love to meet her. I'd love to meet any of my favorite creators, actually. I'd love to meet Alex Hirsch, the guy who made Gravity Falls. He is the one who got me into animation. That guy right there. Maddox says, I don't know, I feel like TADC kind of leaned hard into childish appeal with the merch. Really? I guess. I think it's more so the art style. That's also just not 100% the showrunner's fault, because kids did latch on to Digital Circus automatically because of the colorful cartoony art style. Like, that's gonna happen. Like, Five Nights at Freddy's was not a kid's series, but look at it now. And so obviously Glitch is gonna notice, like, oh, kids like our merch too. I guess we could market to kids too. It's a company, they're gonna still do what's best for them, you know? They're gonna, like, still make money. For now, I'm letting it slide, but at some point, Glitch will become very corporate, you know? I hope they don't, but I feel like that's just what happens when any studio exists for long enough. They're gonna eventually prioritize profits over quality. It's just, I feel like that's inevitable. Andy says, "What's your favorite '90s characters?" Oh man, my favorite '90s characters. Oh man, I don't know. I have a lot of favorite. Most of my favorite characters are from the '90s actually. Sonic the Hedgehog, he was created in the '90s, so you could say he's a '90s character. I guess mainly just Sonic the Hedgehog, because he's like the character that really has stuck. Like I've never grown out of Sonic. Also like SpongeBob, I guess. Not that I'm like a hyper obsessed fan, but I do like the jokes, the original comedy and whatnot. I guess I just like the art direction of '90s Nicktoons. Like if I were to ever make another comic, like if I ever stopped making Inkwell Insanity, my next comic is gonna be in a '90s Nicktoon type of style. Pear says Bendy was a little devil thing. He was brought to life on the silver screen. Used to make them chuckle, but now he makes them scream. It's Bendy and the Ink Machine. Flash back to the places when the cartoons sing and the cobwebs grow on the something thing. Something other whatever thing. It's Bendy and the Ink Machine. Bendy was a little devil thing. He was brought to life from the silver screen. Used to make them chuckle, now he makes them scream. It's Bendy and the devil swing. Okay. I think Bendy and the Ink Machine fan music is better than Five Nights at Freddy's. It's not just because I like Rubber Hose art. I genuinely think that it's just better. I feel like most Five Nights at Freddy's songs are like, "Ooh, I'm a scary bear, I'm gonna kill you, ooh." Like, I swear to God, they made a meme about that, and I'm like, I listened to like some of those old songs to see, and I'm like, you know what? They're right. Most of these Five Nights at Freddy's songs are just, "Ooh, I'm a scary bear, I'm gonna eat you. Be careful, I'm gonna kill you, ooh." And I'm like, damn, this is kind of ass. But I don't know, I think Bendy has better songs. Like, it actually, besides the jazzy electro swing-esque beat, I feel like they actually sing about not just messages in relation to the games, but I feel like the struggles that the characters go through when they're trapped in those inky bodies, you know? You know what, I'm gonna move this Betty down here. Anyways, I guess, you know what, I drew enough Bettys. I don't want to fill this entire page with just Bettys. You know, I'm here to redesign all the characters. Okay, I guess I could start designing other guys. It's this guy. It's him. Give me a minute. There he is! It's Bimbo! Guys, look, it's literally Bimbo. We're gonna be redesigning Bimbo now. Isn't that great, you guys? I don't know, I'm forcing it. I'm sorry. Can you guys believe that these two used to date? Like, what happened to that? It was like the Hays Code or something. Yeah, they didn't want to promote any sort of blasphemy. They didn't want a dog to date a human. I guess makes sense. That's fine. That's valid, I guess. But at this point, nobody really cares. Like, people can separate this far enough from reality towards, like, we have Donkey from Shrek dating a married and had babies with a dragon. It's not the worst we've seen, you know? Teacher says, I don't know who Bimbo is. Who is he? He was, like, one of the first Fleischer cartoon characters, I think. He was, like, the main character of Fleischer Studios, and then they had Betty Boop be, like, his sidekick, his girlfriend's sidekick. But then Betty Boop became more popular than Bimbo, and then Bimbo was just kind of faded to obscurity. Which is why I don't blame you for not knowing who he is. It's crazy, because Betty Boop was originally Bimbo's sidekick, but now the roles kind of became reversed, where it's more like Bimbo's is kind of Betty's sidekick. He's kind of fat. Y'all notice he's kind of fat. Like, he has, or he's either just fat, or he just has, like, a really small shirt. I'm gonna give him a smug expression, because this guy's kind of a jerk, you know? Which I guess is why Betty was his sidekick for a minute. It was like his hot girlfriend, I guess. He's all like, hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Bimbo. It's literally me, Bimbo. This is my voice. This is my canon voice. I didn't speak back in the day, but now I can. And boy, let me tell ya, I have a lot of very racist things to say. Bimbo, you can't say that stuff anymore. It's 2026. Shut up! I want to say racist things. Bimbo, you can't say those things. It's very inappropriate. Look, why can't you be like Betty? She started her entire clothing line. Betty should be in the kitchen serving me sandwiches. Whoa! Whoa, Bimbo! Dude, you can't say that. It's 2026. It's a modern time. Betty doesn't have to do those things. Granted, her entire existence goes against traditional gender roles. Why are you being such a... I mean a jerk. I can't swear. I'm sorry. Exactly, your boy Leon. Really, Bimbo? Really, Bim... Yeah, exactly! Exactly! I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, actually, you should voice Bimbo if he was still around. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could, like, reboot the character. There was more unused characters, says Jobber the animator. Well, don't worry, Jobber. We're going to be bringing them all back. That is what we're doing here on Inkwell Insanity. We are going to be bringing back these old characters. Look at this character. He's such a jerk. And I feel like making his belly really round and then giving him this expression kind of helps, you know? Like, he looks like the type of person to make those comments.
Don't worry, Betty. I'll beat him up with my big, strong muscles.
Like, he holds up his little noodly arms, and he's like,
Get out of here, you jerk!
and then, like, the jerk yells at him, and then he's like,
Ow!
and then he runs behind Betty, and, like, hides behind her or something.
What are we gonna do, Betty?
Tell Bimbo this. Bimbo, please be quiet now! Yeah, you're so right. Bimbo, shut up, dude. This is why they don't use you anymore, man. That's why you haven't been in a film in, like, over 100 years. Damn, Bimbo, you're pissing everyone off. You're pissing off the chat. I had like 50 people here, and now it's like gone down to 40, and it's all your fault. Damn. Yeah, you know what? I'm going that direction. I kind of want to make Bimbo look like this little jerk. I can't wait to redesign Coco. To at least, like, modernize them. You should add pants to Bimbo. Add pants. I guess so, but I feel like not giving him pants is funny.
What's wrong? You have a problem with me showing off my nuts?
I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry.
Get a good look, folks. See how big they are? Hey guys, it's me, Bimbo. It's me, iconic cartoon star Bimbo.
Did y'all know that, I'm very certain that this is true. Did y'all know that, like, back to Digital Circus, we're talking about Digital Circus again. I'm very certain that Kaufmo is based on Coco. Somebody brought it up, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of see it. Coco, he's like one of the older Fleischer cartoon characters. Basically, Max Fleischer, the creator of Betty Boop and all these characters, he was experimenting with animation. And at one point, he had his brother dress up in a clown costume, because his brother performed as a clown on, like, at, like, I don't know, a Pierre or something like that. And he had his brother record himself as a clown, and they would rotoscope that. And that was, like, their first cartoon series. It was, like, Coco the Clown in Out of the Inkwell or something like that. That was, like, the name of their series. And it was just basically his brother dressed up as a clown, running around in the clown suit, and they would animate over that. And they would have him, like, going on all kinds of wacky adventures. And at some point, they stopped rotoscoping it, and they just started fully animating the character, and he became, like, one of their oldest characters. Eventually, Coco started to get grouped up with Bimbo and Betty. Like, they were, like, the trio, the Max Fleischer trio. Started off with Bimbo, and then it kind of branched out to Coco and Bimbo kind of being sidekicks to Betty, where they would just kind of follow her around and, like, go on all these wacky adventures with her. Are you able to show a picture on screen real quick? Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. I'm sorry, the picture's right here. That's Bimbo. That little dog character, see that right there? That's Bimbo. I'll put him in the middle so that you guys can see him better. Hang on.
Hi guys, it's me, Bimbo. Iconic cartoon star Bimbo, it's me. I'm back from the dead.
See that, guys? It's Bimbo. He's literally back from the dead. Paris says, oh my god, stop, or I will leave again. Why? He's not saying anything, like, offensive this time. He's chill. I told him to shut up.
Yeah, I promise I'll shut up.
Yeah, see? He says he'll shut up. That voice sucks to do. Like, it really hurts my throat. Maybe I should stop. But it's so funny. Black Betty, bam a lamb, whoa, Black Betty. Sorry. I love that song. It's my favorite song. One of my favorites. Wait, I feel like Bimbo would sound like either how you said it or Eric Cartman. Wait, no, he does have a voice in the cartoons. He's like, oh dear, oh my god, oh dear. There was like that one cartoon where he's like being asked to join a cult by like a bunch of like cultists. They're like, wanna be a member? Wanna be a member? And he's like, no. He says it just like that. Like that's actually how he sounds, which it's so dumb. Make him fat. He's gonna be fat and he's gonna be here in the corner. I feel like he'd be cute, kind of cute if he were fat. Fat Bimbo, bam a lamb, whoa, fat Bimbo, bam a lamb, fat Bimbo had a child, bam a lamb, the damn bingo, wow, bam a lamb, bam bam a lamb, bam a lamb. Bam, bam a lamb, whoa, fat Bimbo, bam a lamb, whoa, fat Bimbo, bam a lamb, bam now. Wanna be a member? Wanna be a member? Says Internet Nobody. No! Oh dear. That's literally how he says it. There's a way out. Oh! And then the cartoon ends with Betty Boop revealing to be one of the cultists. And then he's like, they ask him for one last time. As Betty Boop, she's all like, wanna be a member? And he finally says yes. Then all the cultists take off their robes, and then they're all Betty Boops. And then they all dance. And they spank each other's butts. Like, that's what actually happens in the cartoon. What happened to me reminds me of that nightmare I had last night. What? Okay. I can't say anything right. No, don't. It's probably me. It's probably me, Danny the dog. I might have dyslexia. I'm very certain that I have it because I can't read squat for squat. Swear to God, I will stutter reading a Dr. Seuss book. Not even joking. Like, I've stuttered so many times reading Red Fish, Blue Fish. There we go. I'm not going to finish that drawing. I'm not going to clean it up. I'm just going to leave it like that. And I'm going to put him... I'm going to put him up here. Yeah, that's perfect. We'll leave him there. We'll leave him there. You know what? We're drawing another bimbo, and then we're doing Coco. I promise. Last bimbo, and then we're drawing Coco. I'm going to start with his eyes. I feel like the eyes... You know, we know what they say. The eyes are the window of the soul. I want to make him look like he has his hands in his pocket, but I realize he doesn't wear pants. Not that that stops him. I'm pretty sure I've seen him put his hands in his pockets despite him not being designed with pockets, you know? I feel like in the cartoon I mentioned, Bimbo's Initiation or something like that, he had his hands in his pockets, but he doesn't wear pockets. They were like in his flesh or something. Yeah, you know what? I'm giving him flesh pockets. To the official Betty Boop or Fleischer Studios TikTok account, if y'all are seeing this, hire me and I'll reboot your cartoons. I promise I'll do a good job. Who is Oswald the Lucky Rabbit? He was the first official mascot of Disney before Mickey Mouse. Like, he was like Walt Disney's like love child, basically. Walt Disney lost rights to Oswald because he was working on those cartoons for Universal Studios. And since Universal owns Oswald, Walt Disney couldn't invest more time or money into like making more cartoons because it's not his character. So then since then, Disney pledged to have complete ownership over all the characters created under his brand. And his best friend of iWorks created a mouse character, which we now know as Mickey. You see, I'm bringing that up because Mickey Mouse was never created by Walt. Mickey Mouse was created by Walt's best friend of iWorks. Walt Disney just took credit for the character, which is hypocritical because that's literally what happened to him, and now he's doing that to his best friend. So now obviously his best friend's not going to want to hang out with him anymore, and his best friend starts his own studio, which becomes, I guess, okay. He just doesn't... Eventually they team up again, they get back together, but he doesn't want to make cartoons for Walt anymore. Yeah, Walt was kind of a jerk. I have so many mixed opinions on Walt. On one hand, the dude basically set the standard of this industry, but he was such a questionable guy. Like, hey, what's up? I'm freaking Bimbo. I'm Bimbo. I'm walking here. He looks like Garfield when I draw him like this. Hey, what's up? It's me, Bimbo. Nah, I like the voice I gave him earlier. I like the previous voice I gave him. Danny the dog says, can you say, hey, it's me, Mario, in the voice you did for Bimbo? Hey, it's me, Mario! Actually, I can kind of do a pretty good impression of the Mario and Luigi voice from that cartoon, from the old cartoon. Hey, Mario, it's me, your brother Luigi! You got any fun things to tell us today? Hey, Luigi, it's me, your brother Mario. We gotta beat up the King Koopa. I don't know, Mario, it seems pretty risky. It seems kind of scary if you ask me. I'm not sure if we can do it. Luigi, quit being a punk. He wouldn't say that to his brother. He loves his brother. He would genuinely not say that. I'm sorry, Luigi. I didn't mean to say that. It's okay, Mario. I know you didn't mean it. Yeah, exactly. Hey, paisanos! I can't do that voice. It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show! You know. Go! It's the Mario Brothers. And then the Mushroom Land. They brought that song back in the movie, the Mario movie, and it made me so happy because I felt like I was the only one who was familiar with that Mario cartoon because nobody spoke about it. So when they brought that song back, I was like, ah! You know. So Benny, what is your favorite cartoon weapon? Mine is the gun and the mallet. You gotta go with the mallet, bro. You gotta go with the mallet. Oh, the Super Mario Super Show. You're so right, Silver. Mickey says, can you sing the Mario end theme? You know what? I probably can. Look up Super Mario Brothers Super Show. That's what it's called, and it's the old Mario cartoon. I like it because it kind of has that rubber hose look. Because Mario was based on Popeye in design. If y'all look at the original like Donkey Kong arcade artwork, he looks like Popeye. He just looks like Popeye. But yeah, no, because originally Donkey Kong was meant to be a Popeye game, but Nintendo didn't have the rights to use Popeye, so they just reinvented their own characters, and that eventually became Mario, Donkey Kong, and, well, not Peach, but, you know, Pauline. Oh yeah. I was gonna sing the Super Mario Brothers Super Show ending, but do the Mario, right? Anyways, it goes like this. Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step and then again. Damn it, I can't speak. My voice is so raspy. Take one step and then again. Let's do the Mario all together now. It's the Mario. Do the Mario. Swing your arms. Time to go do the Mario. Take one step and then again. Let's do the Mario all together now. Just like that. Man, I'm so obnoxious. Bro, when I try to sound like Mario, I sound like Mickey. That's a very common. Oh, I can do Mario. I can do a pretty good voice of Mario. Hello, it's me, Mario. And it's also me, Mario. What the hell? Who are you? I'm Mario. Who the hell are you? But it's me, Mario. You're not Mario. I'm Mario.
Oh, there's two Marios. Oh, I don't know who to shoot.
Luigi, it's me. It's me, Mario. Luigi, it's me, Mario.
I don't know which one's my brother. I don't know which one is my brother.
I'm seeing double too. Why is there so many copies of us?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mario. I shot you in the leg.
Oh! That was Mario getting shot in the leg.
Oh!
Y'all think Mario would actually make that sound being shot in the leg? Coco, here's Coco the Clown, you guys. The final Fleischer cartoon character that we're going to be redesigning. And it's a full model sheet too, so it'll give me more creative range, I guess. Okay, anyways, let's draw Coco. He does look like Kaufmo from Digital Circus. Winter, what do you do for work? Curious. I'm a painter. I work as a painter for a company. And I don't mean like an artist painter, no. Like I would get sent to apartments and we would paint them. It's very boring, but I work with my dad, so it's not that bad, I guess. I'm technically his assistant, actually, now that I mention it. It's an exhausting job. I'm hoping that I become popular enough here on the internet to do this instead, because I want to draw comics, I want to make animation, I want to do all this fun stuff, and I'm tired of painting. It's just such an exhausting job. Kaufmo? That's what I was saying. No, Ash. This is Coco the Clown from the Fleischer Studios. But I was telling chat earlier, I'm very certain that Kaufmo is based on Coco the Clown. Because it seems like Jax, Ribbit, and Kaufmo are all based on cartoons. Because I've had some folks say, oh, Ribbit's based on Flip the Frog. I definitely see Jax being modeled after these cartoons because, you know, the gloves, the limited clothing, the simple design. Alright, time to color in Coco. How would Coco the Clown sound, you guys? Have they ever given a voice to Coco? Because I gave you guys my bimbo voice. What would Coco sound like?
Hi guys, it's me, Coco the Clown. Coco, this is my best pal Bimbo and Betty Boop. We're all best pals.
That's what he'd sound like.
It's me, Coco.
And I'm Bimbo.
Shut up, Bimbo. I'm sorry, you're my best pal. I shouldn't be saying those things to you.
Though, okay, random side tangent. I was once scrolling through TikTok, as one usually does in the big 2025, and I bumped into like this one video of like the theme song to Pee-wee's Playhouse. And I swear to God, it sounds like Betty Boop and SpongeBob are singing a song together. Okay, everybody look up Pee-wee's Playhouse theme song, close your eyes, and just listen to the vocals. Come back here immediately and tell me that that does not sound like Betty Boop singing a song with SpongeBob. It literally does. Will get stuck in your head. That song will get stuck in your head. It's such an earworm. It's obnoxious. Okay, we're gonna shrink down Coco. We're gonna put him down. We're gonna put him right here. Root Bean says, do you think Betty is black or white? Yes, she's white, but people make her black blue. Okay, so the woman that Betty Boop is based on is a black woman. That's why people draw Betty Boop as black, because she's modeled after a black actress. But the character, they always draw her as a white girl, like a white woman. I personally like the idea of her having more melanin, you know, like more darker skin. I feel like in the black and white style, I like her in, you know, white. but in the colored style, I prefer her in black. I would love it if they at least use these characters as like experimental animation or something. I don't know. Because these are such fun characters, like with all things considered. I just wish they did more stuff with them. But that's kind of why I like Inkwell Insanity. Since most of these characters are public domain, I plan on reviving all these guys back, because they deserve it. Danny the Dog says, what would Webster reaction if he met Cartoon Cat, the creepypasta one? Webster would be too stupid to realize that he's in trouble, and he'd probably get eaten. Deal with the devil, a lesson that I've learned from the man, and now it's settled, and I'm on an adventure, catching the sketchy characters. I'm knocking out my pinky out. Tip me over and pour me out. And the whole 2 times on lockdown. And the list goes like this. Oh, Grim Matchstick, Dr. Cal's Robot, Sally, Stage Play, Baroness von Bonbon, Hilda Bird, Rumor, Honey Bottoms, Cagney, Carnation, and the Root Pack, Goopy Legrand, Gimme the Great, Peppy the Clown, Union Cokes, Phantom Express, Cala Maria, 3 Mausoleums, Molly Warbles, Warner Woman, Captain Brainbeard. You sign a contract. My name is Cuphead. I'm fragile, empty-headed, artful dodger, tricked by easy riches. Now I'm picking fights with monsters 20 times my size. Oh snap! I'm sorry that I bet it all. I'm sorry that I roped you into this. We both signed the dotted line. Now it's your soul or mine. We signed a contract. Snake guys, king dice. Take a stack. They're so loaded, yet I still survive. Don't deal with the devil. A lesson that I learned from that. Blah 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 blah. We missed several, man, I'm crying. Now I shuttled to them, and I found devil in the stories, now embellished, and I'm a dish that bit disheveled, relishing my bellows from my fellow fiends. I think well that I let go, hip hip hurrah, echoes turn the page and say, all's well that ends well. Damn, I almost got that song right. Y'all know that song? Deal with the devil, a lesson that I learned, well, something, and I bet now it's settled. Say farewell to elder cattle, I'm on an adventure, indentured, catching this with sketchy characters. I'm dishing out some something, I'm short snout, I'm rocking out, I'm knocking out my pinky out. Something, some other thing, some third thing, and the whole Toontown's on lockdown. And the list goes like this. Oh, Grim Matchstick, Dr. Cal's Robot, Sally, Stage Play, Baroness von Bonbon, Hilda Berg, Rumor, Honey Bottoms, Cagney, Carnation, and the Root Pack, Goopy Legrand, Jimmy the Great, Peppy the Clown, Ribby and Croaks, Phantom Express, Cala Maria, 3 Mausoleums, Wally Warbles, Warner Woman, Captain Brainbeard. You sign a contract. My name is Cuphead, fragile, empty-headed, artful dodger. Damn it, tricked by easy riches. Now I'm picking fights with monsters 20 times my size. Oh snap! I'm sorry that I bet it all. I'm sorry that I roped you into this. We both signed the dotted line. Now it's your soul or mine. We signed the contract. Face to face with every loss I take. I learned the way the bosses change, but hey, we can make it multiplayer aeroplanes. Oh brother, where are thou, Mugman?
Hi kids, it's me, Coco the Clown. I'm so full of whimsy. Watch us get into the whimsical power of animation.
What? You don't know who I am? Oh, well that's just great. He just starts talking normally.
You know who I am?
No, I'm not cut. What the hell is a Cuphead, man?
I'm Coco the Clown. I don't know what Bendy the Ink Machine is.
I feel like if these characters were real and they met real kids in real life, they would probably get compared to Bendy the Ink Machine. They'd be all like,
I don't know who the hell a Bendy the Ink Machine is. Who's Bendy and why does he need an ink machine in the first place?
Then he learns about the lore.
Jesus Christ! What the hell is that? The Ink Demon? Well, you better keep that demon in the inkwell.
It's not Kaufmo, New Gen. Actually, yeah, he would probably say that.
Who the hell is Kaufmo? Is he another clown? Oh, he does look just like me. Well, I guess it's a common misconception.
Who here wants to know what Humphrey, Grandma looks like? Danny the Dog, y'all aren't ready for that. I'm sorry. Isn't that great, you guys? We did it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time, whenever that may be. So long, goodbye, farewell.